Hi, good night, guy. Tonight I'm gonna talk about Jesus, Mary to Lazarus, the beautiful Lazarus, sister Lazarus, and Paul calling Jesus Son of God, but was scared to meet Jesus. Why? Why he had not confirmed with Jesus, asking Jesus, "Are you the Son of God?" And why he didn't do that? Why he was scared? That raised many questions. Why he had not met Jesus, but he called himself apostle, like the 12 apostles. So he ate himself up to make it 13. So, but all apostles were quite close with Jesus. In fact, very close with Jesus. Wherever Jesus went, his disciples were there accompanying him. But no way Paul was around with Jesus. Never. So why he's been teaching people Jesus, Son of God, but never have the interest to meet the people who he said Son of God. That is not surprise, guy. So this Paul is not an honest man. He was a liar, so he's not in a good term with Jesus. His motivation is really bad to hijack the teaching of Jesus. So that's the reason that he was scared to meet Jesus. He was scared Jesus would slap him for hijacking his religion and teaching wrong doctrine, not of Jesus. Jesus never taught people that he was Son of God, but this guy who self-proclaimed himself to be the apostle was teaching such and was scared to meet Jesus. Okay, guy, I was talking about Jesus married to beautiful sister of Lazarus. Many Christians don't like the idea that Jesus had been married to a beautiful lady, or any lady, not necessarily beautiful lady, but it happened that Lazarus' sister was beautiful, and Jesus was also a handsome man. Sure, handsome man would like a beautiful woman before she want to marry her. That's normal, isn't it? So with beautiful man balanced with beautiful woman, we call it beautiful couple. It's normal, it's happened in real life as well. Okay, guys. So Other than that, I Google and found out that Jesus had a baby daughter named Sarah. So they say two baby, only one name was given, Sarah. I don't know what's the name of the other baby. One is Sarah because Jesus ascended to heaven when he was 33 years old, and he met Mary Magdalene when he was 30 years old. I believe that 30 years old. So before he ascended to heaven, they have 3 years together. In that 3 years, 2 babies is possible, maybe 1 or 2, but 3 is unlikely. But 2 or 1 or 2 is likely. So even the Christian don't like the idea of Jesus having babies. So they don't like the idea of Jesus getting married, and they don't like the idea Jesus having babies. Maybe if they think Jesus having babies and married, maybe it doesn't look holy to them. So being bachelor is holy. Being a bachelor and don't touch woman is holy. A woman being bachelor woman, or what they call a spinster woman, didn't touch man, look holy. Maybe that's the idea why the priests in the church not allowed to get married. But easy to say not allowed to get married. So what does it mean, not allowed to get married? So would they allow to have sex as well? Maybe not allowed as well. So not allowed to marry and not allowed to have sex. Maybe. So what's the reason of not allowing to get married? I don't understand that why. Because many prophets of the past, Abraham got 3 wives. King David had many wives. King Solomon had many wives. Moses had, what I know, 1 wife. Who else? Prophet Muhammad have 8 wives. But many prophets of the past some have many wives, more than 8. Like King David have 100 wives, 100 wives. So many have wives. So it's not typical of Jesus of having no wives. So actually he had a wife. He had babies. And the question is why the priests in church not allow to get married. So are the nuns in church not allowed to get married? So it isn't the doing of the prophets of the past. Maybe why Paul, the founder of Christianity, disallow priests to get married. I have only one plausible explanation, because Jesus married when he was 30, so Paul was observing Jesus bachelor. At 27, bachelor. Normal people married maybe at the time 25. Jesus was bachelor. 29 years old was bachelor. So maybe he think that he at that time wrote the Canonical Bible. Because 50% of the content of Canonical Bible were written by Paul, so he must have wrote it under the assumption that Jesus was bachelor. So, but then when Jesus met Mary, the beautiful woman, sister of Lazarus, then at that time he wanted to get married, and they were married actually. Maybe a few months after they met. You see, after Jesus raised Mary's brother Lazarus, then Jesus suggests that they went to Lazarus' house. Maybe at that time Jesus wanted to see more of Mary. Of course, wanting to see more of Mary, he has to go to Lazarus' house. So they went to Lazarus' house, and they were together on the table, and Lazarus was also there sitting on the table. I don't know how the chair were, maybe just a stool, a long stool or chair for everybody. But then Lazarus was there sitting, and Mary was also there sitting, or maybe standing, I don't know. But she was eager also to listen to Jesus, what Jesus had to say to the disciples. And younger sister of Mary, named Martha, was there as well. Martha was sitting under the table near the feet of Jesus. So Martha was saying that he was not comfortable with his sister not serving food to the guests. So Jesus replied to that, saying that, "Oh Martha, your sister wants to be with us listening and don't want to busy herself working in the kitchen. So she preferred to be with us listening to our conversation." Okay, that's it. So So Mary also look at Jesus and she forgets the normal custom of serving food to the guests. She forgets. So we can sense already Mary look at Jesus and Jesus also look at Mary, meaning the two heart already talk to each other. And not surprisingly, because Mary was described as beautiful woman and Jesus was described as handsome man. So soon after that they got married, and many story in the gospel saying Mary was often with Jesus, and they even say the disciples were even jealous of Mary being close with Jesus. They didn't know that Mary was the wife of Jesus. So it's normal for them to be close, and Mary witnessed many events of Jesus. The last important event is she witnessed Jesus ascended to heaven, and he witnessed that Jesus came to them after the body of the cross in the cross was buried. Jesus came to them. Jesus said, "You were safe. The body that they had buried was not him. It was Judas Iscariot." So Mary was also the witness of burying the body at night when Roman soldiers who got the body on the cross was sleeping. So, and Mary often were together with Jesus' mother. So Jesus' mother also were the witness of burial of Judas Iscariot body, and Jesus' mother was also the witness of Jesus ascending to heaven. So mother and daughter-in-law were often together, so close and happy, good relationship between family of Jesus and the disciples, because they were disciplined people and pious people, so they respect each other and well disciplined, because they are people who fear of God. Okay, guys, so what I wanted to tell you, okay, we already covered Paul misunderstood that Jesus, thinking Jesus was bachelor for life, so he was wrong. He had not updated the canonical Bible. Hey, I was wrong telling you the priest cannot marry, but now Jesus had just married, so I'm gonna change it that you are allowed, priests are allowed to get married. So he didn't do that. Yeah. So he didn't do that. Then what he did, probably he himself didn't get married, so bachelor. So he remained to be bachelor just to look that he also was bachelor, to give the perspective that it was holy being a bachelor. Is it really? No. Being a bachelor, not necessarily holy. Not necessarily holy. So what happened? What happened in the church? Men and women not allowed to get married. Men and men are allowed to get married. That is what we call anathema, or ironical, isn't it? Ironical thing happened due to no other than the teaching of false prophet, because they didn't know, they don't have the miracle, they couldn't see what's happening in the future. They are blind because they don't have miracle. So it's just the decision made on day-to-day basis without really having knowledge of what is the future like those. That's the reason why the policy of what was done 2000 years ago and now, even the modern time, the policy is still, we can see it. So now a lot of criticism on Christianity, even many scholars leaving the faith. So for reason of a lot of inconsistency in the teaching of the church, and they say they had enough and then they leave Christianity. But also there are others also that stick to it. So it's really up to you to think about it. But you can see in some area people become Christian, in some area also they're leaving Christianity, become switch to other religion that is close to Jesus, that is Islam teaching. So be careful when I say Islam teaching, because Islam is divided into 72 branches. Only one branch is following the teaching of Prophet Muhammad. So don't be confused with Islamic. And another word is the Muslim. So Jesus even called themselves mu'min, and they call the follower of Jesus as the Christian, and they call themselves the mu'min. Maybe you may have not known this, that they have called themselves the mu'min, and rarely you see this word appear in any people mention it, but I have seen this word mu'min in the Gospel of Barnabas. So I look the word mu'min. The meaning of mu'min is the faithful Muslim. So they are not only Muslim, but they say they are also faithful Muslim. So guy, I think I have cover the topic that I want to cover or talk to on. Thank you very much for being with me.